Da-na-na, da-na-na. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Hey, hey. I created a vortex because nobody wants to suffer no more. They want freedom. I can't blame them. Well, if you want freedom, this is what I'll give you. A little bit of energy mixed with some high frequency. All right, we might not have been ready for that, but whoo! What's up, everybody? Welcome back. My name is D, and together we are Guiding D Light. What a magnificent time to be alive. Man, I tell you what, it's been quite some time since I've made a video. In fact, it's been a little bit too long, and I'm going to pledge right now not to go that long without a video, because I know you guys love my insights and my entertainment, pleasure purposes, but I'm back now. Good to see everybody. Hope everybody had a great time over the holidays. Been very expansive with the family. The three kids had a great time. Wife's doing well. Really can't complain. Raising a 3.5-year-old, 4-year-old though, man, that is tough. That attitude, whew. For you parents out there that know, you know. For those of you who don't, one day you may. But 2024, man, the year is the year of the dragon. I am a dragon. Makes me powerful. Makes me feel powerful just saying that, like I am the dragon. This is my year, right? And when was the last time we had a dragon year? It was 2012. Think about all the craziness and the chaoticness that happened in 2012, right? So yes, it is a powerful year, but in the same sense, it's like an unleash of chaos, right? So if we're following chaos and we're consumed in chaos, it might seem a little bit more chaotic, right? Well, we're going to go over 3 things that'll help us move into this year and then also help us expand and just fully transformate with this power of the dragon, right? The dragon, in my mind, the way it works is it's the final gatekeeper of this universe, right? So everything that goes through this universe goes through that dragon spirit. And that's why dragons are well reserved back in China and everything else through culture. Because the dragon is the ultimate gatekeeper or the ultimate knowledge keeper, right? So like I said, we got 3 things to focus on this year. Number one, big time right here, judgment, right? Ooh, I say judgment, everybody's like, oh no. But think about it. As human beings, we're kind of required to judge things so we can make decisions, right? One of the coolest things is like you don't know what you don't want until you experience what you don't want, right? So you can't really figure things out until you have negative experiences to understand how you can make those negative experiences actual positive experiences and then keep positive experiences from happening, right? So it requires judgment. But in the same sense, there's a lot of crazy judgment that goes on, especially within the spiritual community. Like you do this, you don't do that, I think one big thing is, with the whole vegetarian versus the diet and stuff, right? And for somebody who is vegetarian, yes, okay, you can be proud of yourself in that diet, but in the same sense, how are you judging other people that aren't, right? How are you judging other people that aren't doing what you're doing? I think it's very crucial, Everybody has their own crutches, right? Their own things that they do to stay linear in a way, right? For some of us, it might be working out. For some of us, it might be unhealthy habits, right? But everybody's got some habits, so being able to not judge people for the habits and the way that they carry themselves and actually see the true beauty inside somebody, that's where we need to be, right? We don't need to be under the judgment of, oh, well, they did this, so that does it, and it did that, and the next thing you know, no. You can't write things off like that, right? Judgment is crucial, like I said, but in the same sense, we got to be conscientious about how we judge people and how we judge things around us, right? Not being quick to judge, but then seeing them and where they're at, and then offering, I hope this person figures said thing out. Instead of judging them like, oh, I can't believe they do that, or they're horrible people, just be like, I see what they're doing now. I pray that they find a way to be better. It's like the whole judgment thing is crazy, right? You can't judge me for doing something you don't do, but then in return you do something that I would judge, right? So it creates a whole shit stir pile of crap when you start judging, right? And if you stay in judgment, you try to put yourself above somebody based upon your limited beliefs. So in your mind, you're judging to kind of give yourself a false sense of gratitude, right? And boom, coming back into the number 2 thing that's going to be really crucial this year is walking into that gratitude, right? When we walk in gratitude, it really fills us up and it changes our lives in a multiple different magnitude of ways. And why is that? Because we're having gratitude, we're appreciative of the things we are seeing, right? Instead of judging people, we're seeing the beauty and the replay and the relaxations of where they're at in their journey, right? So as we come into gratitude, it creates a whole different frequency and momentum, right? If you've got gratitude, it's hard to be down on yourself, right? It's hard to be like, woe's me, right? Because if instead of looking at these these unfortunate circumstances that have beat you down, you come into gratitude and you look at how those certain situations actually shaped you and molded you into being a better character. Because remember, you don't know what you don't want until you do things that you don't want, right? We can kind of counterintuitively get past some of that stuff, but in the same sense, it's big. So coming into gratitude and staying in that gratitude throughout the year is going to be crucial. That gratitude is not only going to build you up with so many different things and endorphins and just really give you that energy and that mindset to move forward, right, into that gratitude, but it's going to be transformational, right? The way you handle situations, whether you're just regularly in your state of being or if you're in that gratitude state of being, right? Practicing being in that gratitude, it helps the walls not collapse, right? Because certain situations are going to happen, right? And if you get into that poor me and that victim mentality and you forget about the gratitude and all the things that you've accomplished in your life that builds the character you are, and you just look at all the negative things that are affecting you from keeping you where you want to be, you get lost in that, right? And that's a lower frequency, right? That's a lower depression. That's a poor me, right? Woe is you, but in the same sense, you don't need to be woe in. In the same sense, get in that boat and start rowing, baby. Row the boat, right? We're going down a trajectory path right now that's absolutely insane, right? The last couple of years have been very stagnant, right? 2024 is going to be a very uplifting and explosive expansion time, right? And if you know, you know. If you see, you see it. But in the same sense, maybe you're not seeing that explosiveness. Maybe you're seeing more of the chaos. Maybe you're seeing more of the judgment, right? And that's really what I'm making this video too, in the same sense, what's going on this year, 2024, right? We're going to have a great time. And I feel like expansiveness, but for some of us who are struggling right now, maybe we're having a little bit more chaos, right? Are we blaming? Are we judging? Right? Because those are concepts and things that roll around in our thought processes that actually prevent us from being in the state of mind that we desire, right? So we constantly have thoughts and we bombard ourselves with unfortunate things that are going on in my reality. And essentially we're just calling more unfortunate to us, right? So being the year 2024, it is the year of the 8, right? 8, what is 8? 8 is abundance, right? So we can be abundant in many forms, right? A lot of people want to think money is abundance, right? But let's look at the whole, right? Energy, freedom, health. That all goes into the wealth and the abundance, but the abundance is the abundance of energy inside you, right? How does that energy roll through you? And is there an abundance of energy, right? I think over this course of this year, we're going to see these energy systems within inside of us kind of rise. I can't think of the right word, kind of transform into these different subtle patterns within our bodies that's going to really bring that expansiveness and that higher energy through us. So as we expand into higher energy, right, as we bring this abundance into us, more abundance is going to be attracted to us, right? So it's becoming that abundance magnet, right? But in the same sense, if we practice gratitude, we don't judge and we don't blame and we take responsibility for our actions, that adds to our abundance, right? Being the year of the 8 too, not only is it abundance, but it's the year of the infinity, right? Well, if you think about infinity, it's a never-ending closed loop, but it's 2 loops, but it's a never-ending pattern, right? It's infinity. It goes on forever. So in the same sense, understanding that I'm in an abundance year, I'm in an infinity year, what's some things that I don't want to carry into infinity, right? And having the courage and the understanding of stopping those before they go into those unfortunate situations and actually pull from our abundance, right? So not judging and staying in gratitude is going to be 2 key factors in this year to kind of uplift you into that abundance, right? Because the abundance is actually always surrounding us. But I mean, you can honestly say, guys, look, the last couple of years has been pretty stagnant, right? So how great of an opportunity is it to get a year of momentum to help us build new abundance, to help us build new momentum, to help us gain more gratitude, right? And set us down that path of just awesomeness, right? Right where we want to be. So 2024, baby. It doesn't get much better than this, does it? You know, being a dragon, being the year of the dragon, being a Leo with the dragon, it's pretty crazy. What are we going to lead these people to? And that's kind of like what I was asking myself, because I know I'm a born leader and I know it's my destiny to lead on this planet. So I was sitting with that and I'm just asking for answers and asking for answers. And it was pretty clear. It finally came to me that you're not necessarily here to lead people to certain things. You're just supposed to lead people from horrible, bad decisions that alter the course of their reality. And I'm like, that's strong, right? So definitely going to be making some more videos this coming year. This is the year. I mean, I feel like this is my year to take off. Who knows? We'll see. Obviously, got to stay consistent and make good videos for you guys. So if you guys are enjoying it, hit the like button. If you're resonating, if you're following, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, share it to somebody you know. You know, guys, I can't do it without you. Without you guys sharing it out and without you guys talking about my videos to other people, it doesn't really build a community, right? And I know not really making videos ain't building a community anyways, but just being a faculty to help talk us through some things, but in the same sense, shine my light, right? And just be that, I want to be that spark that helps everybody to succeed. And in doing so, I'm going to succeed within my life's mission and my life's purpose. So looking very forward to this year. Like I said, the big hitters are going to be judgment, going into your gratitude, and how you are shaping your abundance. That's going to be key. Because the abundance factor is really picking up. And like I said, the momentum of this year versus the last couple of years we've had is going to be night and day. Now, I know we started off a little slow. You know, January was pretty hectic in the same sense. I mean, there was a lot of chaos going on. There's a lot of those old patterns crumbling. But there's all this new beginning and all this strength that's come through that, right? So as we kind of put ourselves back together and we climb up out of that darkness and we step into that real true light that we are, it's going to be impenetrable, you know, for us not to step out of that space. And what I mean by that is multidimensionality. We don't have to stay in the collective chaos, right? We've got higher mind and then we've got galactic, right? I'm kind of getting back in that higher mind, but I'm going back to the galactic, to the observatory, right? I'm observating, I'm seeing, I'm reacting, but I'm not casting any judgment, right? So going to be a very expansive year. I'm feeling very blessed. Last year, I reached out to a couple of you guys out there on the YouTube that make awesome videos. A couple pretty cool people that agreed to do videos with me right before Christmas time, but I got busy with the holiday season and everything in between, you know, running these kids around at basketball, and it's just been nuts. But in the same sense, a little bit of me was just kind of reserving. But now I'm really ready to hit that stride. So I'm getting back with some other people on here. We're going to be doing this YouTube thing, kind of podcast, I don't know, but I really want to interview people and like connect with people and understand like, hey, you know, we might not agree on things, but look at the things we have in common and then look what's helped shape us and move us in our life, right? Because everybody's got a personal story. Everybody's got a personal journey. You know, for me, I didn't have all this internet YouTube videos kind of coaching me through it and stumbling into it. It was something that kind of just happened to me, right? And when you become multidimensionality in a click and you're starting to see things with your regular eyes that other people can't, and you're trying to explain that to them, and you're just not in the place to explain it because it's still kind of new, it's still kind of boiling up through your body, it's still taking form within your vessel, so it's difficult, right? But I think if we sit back in that higher consciousness and we really ingrain it into us, it helps us when we go out into the beautifulness of this environment and help explain and talk about the great things, right? Another big thing that's going to be big in 2024 is Christ consciousness, right? Christ consciousness is a pink energy. It mixes very well with blue and gold. But that Christ consciousness, right? We always talk about, oh, Jesus is coming back. He's going to be back and he's going to save us. It's not him himself. It's the frequency. It's the Christ consciousness, right? And some of you listening today, you've tapped into that Christ consciousness, that beautiful pink energy, and you know the power behind that. But in the same sense, that Christ consciousness is going to be an energy to tap into throughout this year and throughout eternity, really. But really, I mean, we're bringing that essence of Christ power through our vessels, and that helps us walk, right? That helps us stay out of judgment. That helps us be the vessel, the container, the conduit for the Lord. And I think that's very important, right? Because the Creator wants to express through us. And if we allow him to express through us, we can be more expansive in our expressiveness, right? So praise to the Creator up there. I did do a card pull. I'm feeling really confident about this. This is pretty cool. We're Guiding Light Oracle. I didn't make it, but it's Guiding D-Light. Anyway, well, it's Guiding Light. You guys are going to love this, though. Number one card, we've got a 25, which goes to a 7. Wishing on a star. It's time for you to dream again. Go ahead. Make a wish. It might come true. All right? So let's set ourselves up. Let's come back. Let's make a wish. Right? What's something we wish? What's something we desire? Because we got divine intervention. I think this is really cool. So not only are we making a wish, but we have divine intervention for this year coming through. Get ready for a miracle. You are in the midst of a divine intervention, right? That's why I said that stagnance was there. Can you guys feel that? Can you feel it right now? I mean, it's like a little bit of head tingle. It's like, yes, we are on a divine intervention. We're going to take our wish that we wish upon a star. We're going to have a divine intervention. Come August area, what's happening? The dream comes true. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. If you're wishing upon a star, you have the divine intervention, the dream's coming true. Your dreams are coming true because you stayed true to your heart's desire. Remember, be you, stay true. Right? It's kind of been a philosophy of all my whole time here, 4 or 5 years on YouTube, is be you, stay true, right? So be you, wish upon what you want, allow the divine intervention to happen throughout the middle of this year, and then as we go into that third quarter, that dream's going to come true. Overall message for the year: expansion. Yeah. Like I said, you can't make this up. Expansion. So what are we expanding into? We are expanding into that new higher level of gratitude, that new higher level of conduity, right? Really filling our vessels up with this energy and this frequency and expanding our DNA and allowing ourselves to evolve through divinity, right? When I first started on this journey back with like 2017, 2018, and into 2019, like those years were so expansive. There was so much positive momentum. Like we have to flip the script. We can't be sitting in the dark and just allowing things to affect us. We have to take responsibility for our lives and put the actions out there that are going to achieve and attain that, right? So, you know, the whole Ovid thing and everything that happened in 2020 and in 21, really stagnant, right? 22, 23, stagnant. At least it was for me. Now, some of you guys, it might have been your year and you guys might have accelerated in ways that we could only dream of, some of us, right? But in the same sense, the expansiveness of the collectiveness is here, right? Just think about that collectiveness expansion, right? How the collective was talking just a few years back, right? And now they're like, oh yeah, the energy was electric, where they used to just be like, oh, it's a great environment. You know? Like just the vocabulary of a normal person who's not quite on this awakening journey, on this enlightenment journey, how much their consciousness has expanded and how the overall consciousness has risen, right? People are speaking in different tones and different keywords that help build momentum for yourself and everybody else here. So very awesome to see this expansion and this high rise of energy, but in the same sense, just being able to see within the linear reality of some of the work that we've put in, some of the modalities that we've done and how it's changed the whole collective's perspective, right? We all want this flash of light event that everything changes, right? Well, if our consciousness don't build up when we have that flash of light moment, what's going to happen? There's going to be more chaos. There's going to be more destruction. But if the consciousness slowly rises, and then it's high enough collective consciousness to understand why this event's happening or why this took place, and then instead of fear-driven, it's collective consciousness uplifting, rising driven, well, I think we're going to have a different cake at the end of the year, if you know what I mean. So I am so excited, just beyond measures, right? And I'm really happy to be back on the camera and seeing you guys. Like I said, very transformational. It was fun for me, not kind of staying back in the scenes, being a little lazy, you know what I'm saying? But in the same sense, the clarity and sitting in my own energy and realizing, some of the things that are dragging me down. When I do some of these videos and stuff, I put myself out there energetically. I'm kind of branching out, right? So I'm giving energy out, so that when I give energy out, energy can come back through those meridian lines of communication, right? Those strands of energy. I can get feedback back. So I have to discern a little bit more, but I like doing that too because that helps me grow. So as we expand, as we push this energy out and we uplift this grid on this beautiful Saturday morning, just breathe deep into that and really focus on the things that we're talking about. How do I judge? How am I judging? Do I feel judged? Right? Because people can judge you and it can have an effect on your energy. So really, really focus on that judgment and come out of it. Step into gratitude. Be appreciative for everything you can have, right? Just this morning, the gratitude for the hot water shower and the running shower. I mean, there is countries that literally don't have running water, let alone hot water, right? So being in gratitude for the things that you have in certain situations, yes, you might not be exactly where you desire, but in the same sense, if you can find the things that have uplifted you to the spot that you are, you can use those to carry you to the promised land. And I promise you that. I'm living proof of that. I've seen the transformation just in my life of what it is when you come into that gratitude versus that negative Nancy crap. And as we build and we get stronger throughout this year, the expansiveness of energy is just going to take off. I plan on doing like an expansive energy workshop. I don't even think I'm going to charge for it. Just everybody get in a Zoom room and we're going to expand this energy out. So if that's something you guys look forward to, leave a comment. Just everybody leave a comment. Let me know how you've been. Let me know how expansive you are, right? Like, let's get involved. Let's create this community and let's just shoot it off to the moon. Like the momentum, the power that's behind us right now, it literally is like the perfect storm. When do I feel like it's going to hit? I feel like it's going to hit in March, right? That momentum and that anticipation is going to be building. And this is it. This is the last of the 2024 We're Back Baby video. Oh my gosh. What do we have going on in April? Do you know what's going on in April? Go ahead. Answer. Waiting on it. That's right. An eclipse. Why is this so magical to me is my property is going to be in full totality for 4.5 minutes. I really wanted to create an event a couple years ago, have some bands, make a huge event. And I know a lot of you guys out there are doing stuff like that too, but I really got to thinking about it. It's like, I got to sit back on my property. I got to grind this energy down into the core of underneath my being, right? And just really replenish that Native American spirit and just anything that's walked where I've walked before, right? So very crucial for me to stay in my area, my house, and just take this in. Plus, we're out in the country, so it's going to be freaking sweet. I mean, it's going to go blacked out, right? And the way I'm looking at it, okay, if the sun's coming in, the moon steps in front of it, now it's pitch black. If I put my back to it and I'm looking in the opposite direction, I should be able to see the cosmos. It should be lit up like a magnifying glass is what I'm thinking. So really looking forward to it. I don't know exactly what to expect. Obviously, we will be tracking that journey as it goes. I know a lot of, not a lot of you, but a few of you are going to come out and be with me during that special event. And like I said, that event is going to be, what is it? Like the arc capacitor that our system needed in order to kick more voltage through our consciousness and expand our energy, right? To feel the frequency coming off me. Back in 2017, August 21st, my birthday, I knew that solar eclipse was going to change my life. going into it, I felt that momentum building. I said, this is going to change my life forever. I will never be the same. And my consciousness has really, I mean, it's not the same. I don't think the same as I used to. I'm a lot more relaxed and conserved, but in the same sense, I can still punch the gas. But I've came into that gratitude. I've came into that forgiveness, right? I'm not upset at certain things, right? When I stub my toe, I don't cuss and scream. When I spill something, I don't cuss and scream. I just kind of smile and laugh and just clean it up, right? So I've learned not to overexert my energy and give my energy into places I don't want it to be, right? And by doing so, I've been able to contain my energy. And the more you can contain, right, the more you can fill. And the more you practice that, the more energy you can hold and become. And just, man, now we're to the point now, we're coming into another eclipse, right? Dude, mark my words, March is going to be lit. But when that event happens in April, whew, and then where you at in your mindset, right? Because if you step chaos, you step away from judgment, you're going to be propelled to expand into these higher desires that you wish with a divine intervention right behind you. And when we talk about divinity, right, we talk about the divineness. We talk about being in the divine energy, being in that Christ energy. Whew. It just gets me so excited just thinking about it. Like I finally felt my heart just like bursting open for a second, right? That's been a minute. So coming into this expansion, look, guys, the eclipse is where it's going to be, all right? I don't want to look too much past the eclipse because I'm so excited for the eclipse. But I do know once that precipice happens and when we go through this whole energetical reset of the moon and everything else in between, how we're going to come out is really based upon how we build the momentum there. So take the time and do the work to get to where you need to be in your mindset and your energetical form. Bring your energy back to you. Expand out, create a larger vessel. And in that way, when this eclipse happens, you have the container to hold all of the beautiful download digital light frequency codes from the galactic universe that your little soul and your little inner child can possibly desire. You know what I'm saying? Oh, guys, like I said, my heart goes out. I love you guys all. Like I said, share this out. It's really, I need your guys' help to help me expand. I got to get past 1,000 viewers so we can propel, right? I think it's very interesting. I don't make any videos. I share my YouTube channel with a couple different people. I watch them subscribe, and then when I check on the other side, on the back end, I watch my subscribers go down. Now, I used to think that was getting blackballed, but I'm starting to think now, YouTube doesn't want channels growing without content being delivered, right? They want us to put videos out. So if you're not putting videos out and you see your subscribers going down, that might be why. So we're going to test that theory to the truth, right? I'm thinking weekly videos coming, some kind of live. I don't know what we're doing. But in the same sense, I know there's a couple awesome people who might be watching this right now, and I can't wait to reach out and actually make the date that we sit down on a podcast and really expand talking and just share our wisdom to help build wisdom within the collective. Totally looking forward to it. Like I said, guys, 2024, this is our year as light workers, right? Coming out of the stagnance, getting back into that vortex, right? Because we created a vortex, just like at the beginning of the movie. If you missed that, go back and listen. I thought it was pretty good. I got a little bit more I can go upon that, but you know, just absolutely beautiful time to be alive. You guys expand into it. Like, I've never been so excited for a year. You know, I don't know if it's because of the dragon in me, right? And I am the dragon. We're really just getting out of this stagnance and going into this golden age like we desire, right? 2024 is the precipice. It's the starting point. It's the like I said, the container, right? Now's the time to build the foundation, right? So don't stay so much in your crown and in your higher chakras. Really ground this energy back through your core. Let it come through your heart and really reprogram the bottom 3 chakras so that way we can create this powerful base. Like I've always said, only you can control the bottom 3 chakras. And the other top 3 chakras are more powerful than you can imagine. So let's really harness this power in. Let's create this foundation. Let's make this expansion happen. So as we go through this year, we create a momentum that is unbreakable. And then when that darkness and when that bull crap comes in there, you don't even pay it no attention. You just smile. You stay in your gratitude and you say, not today. Woo! Fired up. I hope you guys are too. Thanks for checking me out. Thanks for hanging out. Like I said, share this out. Hit the like button. Do everything you got to do. We got to get this algorithm going. If you guys know anybody or if you are somebody who wants to have a podcast / interaction with me, talk about some cool things, and kind of spit our wisdom back and forth, reach out to me at Guiding Delight. I'm looking forward to it. And with that being said, you guys, here it comes. You, stay you. No, what? I messed it up. You, be you. Stay true. Till next time, guys. Peace!